Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about power. The power to control the most important asset you own, your mind. Because let's get real. If you don't control your mind, something else will. Society, circumstances, other people's opinions, fear, doubt, they are all waiting to take the wheel if you don't grab it first. And if you let that happen, you'll wake up one day wondering why you're stuck, why you're exhausted, why life feels like it's happening to you instead of for you. Your mind is the battlefield where every victory and every defeat takes place before it manifests in the real world. The quality of your life is determined by the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. Every challenge you face, every limitation you believe in, and every breakthrough you experience begins in your head. If you don't take control of your mental space, external forces will. Fear, doubt, and negativity are like enemy soldiers constantly trying to invade. And if you don't build a fortress of discipline, they will take over. The battle is relentless. And the moment you stop fighting for control, you begin to lose it. Think about it. How many times have you wanted to take action, pursue a goal, or change a habit, but your mind flooded with self-doubt? The moment you hear that voice whisper, "What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What will people think?" You've already lost ground. Not because you're incapable, but because your mind has been hijacked by a thought pattern that wasn't even yours to begin with. From childhood, we are conditioned by society, our environment, and even well-meaning people who project their own fears onto us. If you accept these thoughts as truth, they become your reality. That's why you must become the guardian of your mind, standing at the gates and deciding what gets in and what gets thrown out. Winning this battle starts with awareness. You have to catch those negative thoughts in real time. Call them out for what they are, lies, and replace them with empowering beliefs. Instead of thinking, "What if I fail?" shift to, "What if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams?" Instead of, "I'm not good enough," train yourself to believe, "I am capable and I will figure this out." This isn't just motivational fluff. It's science. Your brain is wired to follow patterns, and when you repeatedly think a certain way, those thoughts become automatic. If your default programming is negativity, fear, or procrastination, you will live according to those scripts. But the good news is that the brain is rewritable. Neuroplasticity has proven that we can reprogram our thoughts and by extension our actions and results. The battlefield isn't just about defense. It's about offense too. You must actively feed your mind with the right information, the right influences, and the right environment. Read, listen, and surround yourself with people who elevate your thinking. Protect your mental energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Most people guard their money, their time, and their possessions, but leave their minds wide open to junk. You can't afford that. The war in your mind is lifelong, but it's one you can win. The more you train yourself to take control, the stronger you become. And once you master your mind, everything else, your confidence, your decisions, your success, falls into place. The battle is not about never having negative thoughts. It's about never letting them control you. If you win the war in your head, you win in life. Emotions are powerful forces that shape our experiences, decisions, and relationships, but the moment you let them control you, you become a prisoner of your own mind. Too many people live at the mercy of their emotions, reacting to life instead of directing it. They wake up in a bad mood and let that dictate their entire day. They experience failure and let it define their self-worth. They feel fear and allow it to stop them from taking action. But emotions were never meant to be masters. They were meant to be tools. When used correctly, they can drive you forward, fuel your ambition, and sharpen your focus. When left unchecked, they can paralyze you, make you irrational, and keep you trapped in patterns that sabotage your potential. The key to emotional mastery is understanding that feelings are signals, not commands. Just because you feel afraid doesn't mean you should back down. Just because you feel unmotivated doesn't mean you should stop pushing forward. Just because anger rises up in you doesn't mean you should lash out. Emotions provide data, but you decide what to do with that data. Successful people don't ignore their emotions, but they refuse to let them dictate their actions. They acknowledge their feelings, analyze their meaning, and then make a conscious choice about how to respond. Think about fear. It's one of the most misunderstood emotions. Fear isn't meant to stop you, it's meant to prepare you. It's your mind signaling that you're stepping into the unknown, that you're about to grow. But most people misinterpret fear as a red light instead of a challenge to rise. The same applies to frustration. Instead of seeing it as a reason to quit, see it as a sign that you care deeply about something and need to adjust your strategy. Even sadness, when used correctly, can deepen your understanding of yourself and others, helping you develop resilience and empathy. Every emotion has a purpose, but if you don't control how you use them, they will control you. The fastest way to take charge of your emotions is through physiology. Motion creates emotion. If you've ever noticed how different you feel after a workout, a cold shower, or even just standing tall with your shoulders back, you understand this. Your body and emotions are directly linked. When you move with energy, breathe deeply, and shift your posture, you send signals to your brain that influence your emotional state. That's why when you feel stuck in negativity, changing your physical state is one of the quickest ways to break free. Mastering emotions is not about suppressing them. It's about directing them. It's about deciding in advance how you will respond in moments of stress, uncertainty, or pressure. It's about recognizing that while you can't always control what happens around you, you can always control how you react. The people who achieve the most in life are not the ones who never feel fear, doubt, or anger. They're the ones who refuse to let those emotions run their lives. Your thoughts are the foundation of your reality. Every action you take, every habit you build, every success or failure you experience starts in your mind. The way you think shapes the way you feel, and the way you feel drives the way you act. If your thoughts are negative, self-defeating, or rooted in doubt, your actions will reflect that. But if your thoughts are empowering, focused, and intentional, your actions will align with success. The mind is like a software system running your life, and if the programming is faulty, no matter how hard you try, you will stay stuck in the same patterns. The good news, you have the power to rewire your thoughts, and in doing so, completely transform your life. Most people never question their thoughts. They assume that what they think is simply the truth, but thoughts are just patterns, often shaped by past experiences, societal conditioning, and even the opinions of others. If you grew up hearing that success is for other people, that money is hard to make, or that you're not smart enough, strong enough, or capable enough, those thoughts become ingrained in your subconscious. You may not even realize they are controlling you, but they are running in the background, influencing every decision you make. You hesitate before going after big opportunities. You procrastinate because deep down you don't believe you'll succeed. You stay in the same cycles, thinking you're just unlucky or not meant for more. But in reality, it's not the world holding you back, it's your mental programming. Rewiring your thoughts starts with awareness. You must become an observer of your mind, catching limiting beliefs in real time. Every time you think, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, or I always fail, stop and challenge it. Ask yourself, is this true? Where did this belief come from? What if the opposite were true? Your brain is not designed to make you happy or successful. It's designed to keep you safe. That means it will default to familiar thought patterns, even if they are harmful. But once you become aware of those patterns, you can break them. The most powerful way to rewire your mind is through repetition. Your thoughts become your reality, not because you think them once, but because you repeat them over and over until they become ingrained. If you want to change your life, you must replace old, limiting thoughts with new, empowering ones and reinforce them daily. Visualization, affirmations, and surrounding yourself with the right influences are all tools to accelerate this process. See yourself succeeding before it happens. Speak words of power into your life. Feed your mind with information that expands your belief system. The more you expose yourself to empowering ideas, the faster your mind rewires itself for success. Your thoughts are not permanent, and your past does not define your future. The moment you take control of your mental programming, you take control of your destiny. Change your thoughts, and everything else follows. Success doesn't happen by chance. It happens because of a decision, followed by unwavering commitment and relentless action until the goal is conquered. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, the the perfect plan, or the perfect feeling before they take action. They hesitate, second-guess themselves, and stay stuck in a loop of indecision. But nothing great has ever been achieved by someone who is half in and half out. The people who create real change in their lives and in the world are the ones who decide with absolute certainty, commit with everything they have, and refuse to stop until they conquer. The first step is to decide. That sounds simple, but most people never truly decide. They wish, they hope, they talk about what they want, but deep down, they leave space for a backup plan. A real decision means cutting off all other options. It means drawing a line in the sand and saying, this is happening no matter what. The word decide comes from the Latin root decidere, which means to cut off. That's what a true decision does. It eliminates excuses, distractions, and doubts. When you truly decide, your mind shifts. You stop looking for reasons it won't work, and you start looking for ways to make it work. But a decision alone is not enough. You must commit. Commitment is what separates the dreamers from the doers. When challenges arise, and they always do, most people retreat. They tell themselves it wasn't meant to be, or that the timing wasn't right. But those who are truly committed don't entertain those thoughts. They burn the boats, so there's no way back. Commitment means showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It means staying disciplined when motivation fades. It means doing the hard things, the boring things, the uncomfortable things, because you know that's what it takes. True commitment is not about convenience. It's about consistency. When you decide and commit, the only thing left is to conquer. Conquering means pushing through every obstacle, every setback, and every doubt until the goal is achieved. Most people quit when it gets hard. But those who succeed are the ones who push forward anyway. The moment you refuse to quit is the moment you separate yourself from the majority. Success is not about never failing. It's about refusing to stay down. Every great achiever has faced failure, rejection, and doubt, but they conquered because they kept going. They adjusted, learned, and kept moving forward. The truth is, most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can achieve in a year of relentless commitment. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not filled with excuses, hesitation, or half-hearted effort. It's filled with massive action, perseverance, and an unshakable belief that you will find a way. Decide, commit, and conquer. That's the formula. That's how you win. Most people live trapped in two places that don't exist: the past and the future. They dwell on regrets, mistakes, and what could have been, or they worry endlessly about what might happen, what could go wrong, and whether they'll ever get what they want. But life isn't happening in the past or the future. It's happening now. The only moment you ever truly have control over is this one. The past is unchangeable, and the future is unwritten. What you do right now determines everything. The problem is that most people waste the present moment waiting for the right time to start, to change, to commit. But the right time is always now. Procrastination is the enemy of progress, and it's fueled by a false belief that there will be a better time in the future. People tell themselves they'll start their business when they feel ready, get in shape when life slows down, work on their dreams when circumstances are perfect. But perfection is an illusion, and waiting for it is the fastest way to ensure you never take action. There is never a perfect time. There is only time, and it's passing whether you use it or not. The most successful people don't wait for the stars to align. They start before they're ready. They take action while others hesitate, and they figure it out as they go. Living in the present also means letting go of the weight of the past. Many people are shackled by their history, replaying past failures, betrayals, and mistakes as if reliving them will change anything. But the past only has power over you if you let it. The strongest people use their past as a lesson, not a prison. They take what they've learned, apply it, and move forward. Every second spent dwelling on something you can't change is a second stolen from your future. The only way to break free is to make peace with what was and shift your focus to what is. The same goes for fear of the future. Anxiety is nothing more than mental energy spent on things that haven't happened yet. People create imaginary problems in their minds, stressing over scenarios that may never come true. But if you bring your focus back to the present, you realize that right now, in this moment, you are okay. And if you take control of the now, the future takes care of itself. Every great achievement, every transformation, every breakthrough begins with a single decision in a single moment. That moment is always now. The greatest power you have is your ability to act in the present. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need all the answers. You just need to take the next step. When you fully commit to living in the now, taking action in the now, and controlling what you can in the now, everything begins to shift. The future is created in the present. The power is and always will be in this moment.